Writing to me, messenger. Look at his Facebook page. Amazing music. Jazz musicians, Steinway.
All right. Oh wow. Good. Just checking my hair.
Yeah.
Are we ready? So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So lovely that you're here. And as the skies and the seasons change, and we feel the sun and the lightness as we come into Shabbat. So let's begin, as we always do, with Shalom Aleichem to welcome each other. Page 76.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Yi Melech, Malachei Amloim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moakim Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Yi Melech, Malachei Amloim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nile Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Yi Melech, Malachei Amloim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Yi Melech, Malachei Amloim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
With the an invitation to set your own intention as we invite AC on this auspicious evening to light Shabbat candles for us. So I invite those of you who are at home to get your candles ready, whether you're in your kitchen, your living room, wherever it is that you want to transform your space into Shabbat. And to all of us here to stand, to be ready for this moment, to let go of what you need to let go of and to embrace what you need to embrace. Page 75.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. And really, with so much joy and pride for you, AC, this evening. So let's sit down as we prepare to go to Yedid Nefesh on page 78.
Yedi nefesh av harakaman, av harakaman. Meshach avdecha, eretz onecha, eretz onecha. Yedi nefesh av harakaman, av harakaman. Meshach avdecha, eretz onecha, eretz onecha. Yaretz avdecha, kemo hayar, ishtachaveh el mul adorecha. Yedi nefesh av harakaman, av harakaman. Meshach avdecha, eretz onecha, eretz onecha.
I wanted to share thinking of the earth and our connection, our oneness, our relationality with all that exists. I'd like to share these words before we go into Lachadodi. So Lachadodi, you get ready to find Lachadodi on page 90. We will go to page 91 for Lachadodi. But first, an opportunity to just listen to these beautiful words by Nikola Tesla. Inside the earth, there are energies of joy, peace, and love that are expressed, for example, through a flower that grows from the earth, food that comes out of it, and everything that makes it our home. I've spent years looking for ways that this energy could influence people. The beauty and aroma of roses can be used as a medicine and the sun rays as a food. Life has an infinite number of forms, and the duty of scientists is to find them. All I do is look for them. I will not give up. The universe is alive in all its manifestations. The stone is a sensitive being, such as plants, animals, and people. A star that shines asks to be seen, And if we were not self-absorbed, we would understand its language and its message. The breath, the eyes, the ears of a human being have to fulfill the breath, the eyes, and the ears of the universe. So in the injunction to recognize the beauty, the wholeness of Shabbat, we turn now to L'chadodi. Page 92. Or page 10 if you're using Shabbat Risol Siddur. Sit down. I'm so pleased that Peggy and Alison are streaming in tonight and with us in our hybrid community. And so I choose this poem by Mark Solomon. You form light and create darkness. As time is a tapestry of day and night, our lives are a weaving of light and dark. Like a slow dawn, we discover who we are. Like twilight, we linger in doubt and anxiety. We endure nights of rejection by others and ourselves, and bright days of acceptance and joy in who we are. You make peace and create everything. We look around and see a world of endless change and diversity, As we rejoice in the variety of creation, we come to accept our own uniqueness. As we delight in our own uniqueness, we appreciate all human diversity and live at peace with ourselves and with all creation.
Ahavat olam, Israel, Amecha ata, Amcha ata. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Malkin Adonai Eloheinu b'shopenu, Eloheinu nasiach b'chukrecha, v'nizrach b'divrei toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Chayenu be'oreg yameinu, u'ha'en negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Be'ahavcha al tasur, imenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, amo Yisrael.
Stand or sit, as is your comfort, for our watchword of faith. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווה היום על לבניך. ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך. וקדשתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Let's sit down. Let's take some silence to go from page 95 through to the bottom, to the middle of page 96, before we offer our evening prayer of Shalom Bayit, of protection from famine, distress, overthinking, preoccupation, worry, just the hope that we can take that wholeness and ease of living. So let's take a few moments before we get there. Grant, eternal God, that we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Amidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Amidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ushmot etenu, uvoenu, l'chaim ul'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Amidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Amidenu malkeinu lechayim.
Let's stand for the tefillah, for the Amidah, acknowledging the blessings of family, of ancestry, of the world around us, the power to recover and renew our lives, the Kedusha, the acknowledgement of what happens when we make moments of sanctity and holiness.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Abotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imohot, Umevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Hosea Moshiach Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Machaye Metim Atah Rav LaHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach uMorid HaGeshem, Mazriach HaShemesh uMorid HaTal, Machakel Chayim B'Chesed, Machaye Metim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofeh Cholim, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, שבת וינפש. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Let's read together. Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. And as we offer Modim Anachnu Lach, an opportunity to bring Kavanah into that with just a sense of what we're grateful, appreciative for. Modim Anachnu Lach, She'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur hayenu magen yishenu, Ata hu l'dor v'dor, nodeh lecha u'nsapeh tehilatecha, al hayenu hamsurim biyadecha, v'al nishmotenu hapkudot lach, v'al nisecha shebachol yom imanu, v'al niflotecha v'tovotecha shebachol eit erev v'boker v'tzoharayim. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, u'lecha na'er lahodot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nashim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael
bless the power of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, oseh hashalom. We take a few moments for silent prayer, for reflection, for just taking stock of the week and our lives. And I want to share two tiny stories that reflect the idea of holiness. And this week's parasha, Acharei Mot Kadoshim, so delighted that Lou and Annabelle will be reprising chapter 18, and if not the difficult verse in it, then definitely some of the challenging verses about sexual relations and the rather draconian view of how people are together. But then, as if out the blue, a gift of unknown proportion, comes Leviticus chapter 19. In the midst of everything else about sexuality, about impurity, about bleeding, about mold in houses, of illness, we have this extraordinary chapter which is all about how to be a mensch. It starts off saying, "You shall be holy, because I am the eternal, your God. I am holy, Ani Adonai Elohechem, and Tihiyu Kadoshim, you shall all be holy." And what then comes is not a list of sacrificial data or details, not a list of who's allowed to be with who, but rather this extraordinary list of how to behave as a decent human being, how to protect the people in the community that you live with, how to honor your parents, how to leave gleaning and harvest growth in the fields for people not to have to beg for it, but to be able to go into the fields, the highest form of charity, to be self-reliant. Rules of not keeping the wages of the laborer with you overnight, but feeling a responsibility to those in your community, not to curse the deaf or to place a stumbling block in front of the blind. In other words, not to take advantage of anyone else's weaknesses. And all of that is described as being holy. And I love these two Hasidic stories, very short, that really capture the spectrum, whether we see holiness as something just belonging to the divine or belonging to all of us. So let me share. Sit quietly, listen, don't listen, but all of it just to give you a moment of quiet. So a story is told of a chassid who was ushered into his tzadik's presence. So the tzaddik being the highest kind of teacher, not only with learning, but with spiritual charisma as well. He was allowed in for a short period of time for an audience. And as he arrived, he was trembling with awe to be in the same room as the holy man and to be allowed to be in the same vicinity, touching distance. But when the tzaddik noticed this, he said, any piece of glass can reflect light. Tremble at the light, not at the glass. And then, really a story that I found to be exactly the opposite. There is a story that is named about the Dubna Maggid, so one of the most successful of the charismatic holy men. The Vilna Gaon, mightiest scholar at his time, once asked the Dubna Maggid to tell him his faults. The Dubna Maggid occupied more of the Hasidic feeling realm, whereas the Vilna Gaon was really known for his scholarly attributes. And the Vilna Gaon pressed and pressed the Dubna Maggid. Tell me my faults. It will help me. It will help me in my Jewish journey. Tell me my faults. And the Dubna Maggid, as you can imagine, kept saying, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that. You may not like what you hear. The Vilna Gaon pressed and pressed. Finally, he said, you are, of course, the most pious man of your age. You study day and night. You are retired from the world and all things menial and domestic. You sit amongst your rows of book. The Holy Ark faces you, and all you see of other people are devout scholars. You have reached a very high degree of holiness. But, Rabbi, go down into the marketplace with the rest of the Jews. Endure their work, their stains, their distractions. mingle in the world, hear the skepticism and irreligion they hear, take the blows of life that they take, submit to the ordinary trials of the ordinary person. Then let us see if you will remain the Vilna Gaon. They say the Gaon broke down and wept.
Ratzon Irevi Ve'egion Libi Lefanecha Adonai Turi Ve'goali Adonai Adonai Turi Ve'goali Adonai Turi Ve'goali Say shalom Iromah, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol bnei Adam. Say shalom Iromah, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol
Page 520. Aleinu, stand if you'd like.
Aleinu leshabeach Adon hakol, laten gedula leyotzeh bereshit, asher som chelkenu leyated et shemo, v'gor aleinu lehamdik malchuto, v'gor aleinu lehamdik malchuto. Anam tu gorim
524. We think this Shabbat of those members of our community who are recalling and remembering loved ones and their yard sites. We think of Brenda Smith, mother of Simon Smith, Awida Navarro Polaco, mother of Renzo Fantoni, Mark Harris, father of Ruth Hoffman and father-in-law of David Hoffman, and Rudy Oppenheimer, brother-in-law of Corinne Oppenheimer. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and may those who recall and remember their loved ones be comforted in their loss, as we say the words of Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yama divra pirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'hayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach le'olam omer maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'al, v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitale v'talal Shemei d'Kudusha Brichu. Leila min kol berchata v'shorata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiram v'yama v'imru amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba min Shamaya, v'hayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yal kol b'nei Adam, v'imru amen. So we finish with a blessing for each one of us that Dean will lead us in. You can find 543, is it?
563.
563. Okay, I'm getting nearer, aren't I? 563, if you would like to follow Yevarechecha Adonai v'Yishmarecha.
Yesimcha Elohim K'Ephraim B'Ki Menashe Elohim K'Sara Rivka Rachel V'Leah Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'el Adonai panav elecha tichunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'el Adonai panav elecha tichunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom V'yasem lecha shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So, Kiddush. I don't know if wine's been passed out. Those of you who are at home, whether you're ready to make Kiddush with us, whatever you have with you.
We're on page 564.
Thank you very much, Dean. Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu
melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'chata, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi
Lechem min haaretz.